One question I get all the time is, how do I avoid a big, expensive, messy divorce? I'm Erin, a divorce lawyer with over 20 years of experience who's here to revolutionize online divorce with Hello Divorce. And here's what you need to know. Step one, be transparent. Unless your spouse is a flight risk, meaning they might disappear if they know you're filing, there's no reason to keep them in the dark. Give them a heads up that you've started the process. Surprises make people defensive, and defensiveness leads to court. Step two, manage your expectations. No one walks out of divorce totally unscathed, but that doesn't mean you have to lose everything or take everything. In fact, that never happens. Whether you're in a community property or an equitable distribution state, assets will be split. So trying to win by hiding assets or refusing to compromise, that always backfires and usually just means more legal fees and a judge deciding your future for you. Step three, make your intentions clear. Tell your spouse, I'm not trying to take everything. I just want a fair resolution. We can let the court split everything for us, or we can work together to come up with a solution that works better for us and our reorganizing family. Setting that tone up front can save so much stress. Step four, start small. Don't open with the big fights like the house or retirement. First, get through the easier stuff like filing a petition, gathering financials, listing what you both agree on. Building goodwill early makes the bigger negotiations way easier later. And step five, get help before things escalate. If you're hitting a wall, sit down with a mediator or a certified divorce financial analyst or even a neutral friend you both trust. The more you can resolve outside of court, the less power you're handing over to a judge. Step six, keep your emotions in check. And I know this one is tough. Divorce is emotional, but negotiations should be strategic. If every discussion turns into a blame game, it's going to be impossible to settle outside of court. So vent to a therapist, a friend, or even a journal, just not during the legal process. The more you can separate emotions from decision making, the smoother this will go. And step seven, pick your battles. It's easy to get caught up in fighting for every little thing just because it feels unfair. But ask yourself, does this really matter 5 years from now? Some things like financial security or a foundation or custody agreements are worth digging in on. Others, not so much. You have to be willing to compromise on smaller things so you can focus on what really matters. Step eight, put agreements in writing as soon as possible. You'd be shocked how many people agree on something verbally only to have it unravel later. As soon as you reach an agreement on something, put it in writing. Even if it's just bullet points in an email before a formal agreement is drafting. That way, no one forgets what was said and you're building momentum toward a final resolution. Bonus points if you actually get it in a signed agreement you can file with court. Bottom line, the more intentional and strategic you are, the easier it is to keep your divorce out of court. Manage your expectations, pick your battles, get agreements in writing, and when in doubt, bring in a mediator before things get super messy. Need more help? Head over to hellodivorce.com.